So I just reviewed Pacific Rim the Black about a week ago, and there's a ton of new monsters in that show. Now, I'm definitely getting around to doing a lot of matchups. I've already seen some recommendations, but in this video, I'm going to be talking about my top 5 favorite monsters from Pacific Rim the Black. Now, there were a lot of different monsters, Jaegers, Kaijus, and Jaeger Kaiju mixes that were in that show. And I'm going to be giving my top 5. Some honorable mentions before we get started. One honorable mention is Acid Quill. Was a really cool monster, category 3, but is not on this list, just barely missed it. A Jaeger that missed this list. Marauder Zeus is one that missed this list. It was barely in it, but I just mentioned this in my review. It's such a cool Jaeger, has the machine gun on the arm. I just love the design of this Jaeger so much and wanted to see so much more of it, but it did miss off this list. But starting out with this list, at number 5 is Atlas Destroyer. Now, I know it's probably kind of surprising to hear this at number 5, because this is the main Jaeger. I've seen a lot of people talking about this Jaeger. It is a cool Jaeger. I'm not going to deny that. It has the great main characters in this movie. It has a cool design. I don't particularly love the color scheme of this Jaeger. And obviously, the weapons that come with it, there's really no weapons, other than at the end, where it gets an extra part for the arm to actually give it weapons. I think that's why it's lower on this list. It has a lot of screen time, has really cool fights. But because it doesn't have weapons, I think that's what brings it down and puts it at number 5 on this list. Now, at number 4 is actually the boy Kaiju, the boy character that turns into the Kaiju. It's at number 4, and at first, when I first saw this Kaiju or saw the actual transformation, I was kind of off with it. I didn't really know what to think about it. It was a little weird. But honestly, the more I think about it and the more I've watched it, it actually has grew on me a lot. I think it's actually a really cool concept. I don't know if it would work in live action, but the overall Kaiju of the boy is really cool, and seeing him transform and fighting Copperhead is an awesome scene. I do really like the overall design of boy. That's why this Kaiju is going to be number 4 on this list. Number 3 is Hunter Vertigo. Is the first Jaeger you see on screen, has the parents of the main characters in Pacific Rim the Black, and is a really cool Jaeger. Has the 2 cannons on the shoulders, which is a really cool look. One reason why I like Coyote Tango so much is because of that similar look with the cannons. These are very high-tech cannons. It has such a cool look to it. And the overall look is what really gets this Jaeger at number 3. It's a main Jaeger in the movie, but it's a very cool one nonetheless, and that's why it gets number 3 on this list. Now, at number 2 is Copperhead, which is the main Kaiju in the movie. The most well-known one, and the one that's shown the most, is the main big bad of the movie. It's a really cool Kaiju. I like the overall design, has so many cool scenes, fights a few different mechs, and has the epic scene at the end when it's fighting all of the main Jaegers in that fight. Copperhead has amazing scenes, and that's why Copperhead is going to be at number 2 on this list. Now, at number 1 is probably no surprise, because I think this is probably the favorite monster in the show for most people, but I could be wrong, is Apex. Apex is the Jaeger Kaiju hybrid that is so cool, from the color design to the scenes that it displays, the powers, how deadly it is. This is just an awesome creature with these spikes on his back, the red and black color scheme, the way his mouth is able to close up and then open up and show all the teeth is just so awesome. And this is easily one of my favorite monsters. My favorite monster in this show, and potentially my favorite monster in all of these movies, and is definitely my favorite monster in Pacific Rim the Black. But make sure you let me know down below what your top 5 monsters are in Pacific Rim the Black. Make sure you let me know down below, and make sure you keep letting me know matchups that I should do next. So make sure you let me know down below recommendations. And thanks for watching.